One-dimensional, ha ha ha, twirling their mustache. Hey geeks, welcome to my channel. I'm Trey Guillotine, and today we're going to be doing a different kind of Daily Marvels. So instead, we're going to be talking about my top 3 favorite MCU TV shows. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it around so others can join in the conversation. So right now, as of this recording, we have 9 different TV shows spread across 3 different networks. That's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter on ABC, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Defenders, and Punisher on Netflix, and then Runaways on Hulu. So this is basically going to be what I think are the best series on those 3 different channels, starting with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on ABC. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was meant to be the start of this new interconnected movie, TV, cinematic universe. This is where all of this was supposed to begin, but unfortunately there were some disagreements on the production side of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was kind of left out there to flounder, and the potential to connect the Avengers and the Runaways and the Defenders through Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was kind of lost. But despite that loss, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has still remained a strong show in its own right, and I really think that the strength of this show comes from the characters and their individual character developments, especially from the character of Daisy Johnson, aka Quake, aka Skye. Skye started out as this very brash but scared renegade hacker who then joins S.H.I.E.L.D. and becomes this incredibly skilled agent in her own right, which she then discovers her parents and learns that her name is Daisy Johnson and becomes Daisy Johnson, and she also becomes an inhuman superhero known as Quake. Just over the past 5 seasons, her character development and her growth as a character has been so strong, even to the point where she was almost the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. On the downside, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. definitely has some iffy moments where it kind of bites off more it can chew. It gets overly complicated, and the connections that it tries to make to the greater cinematic films is really just kind of weak. But overall, I think the series does a really great job in telling the story of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the shadows of the MCU. My next top show is the only show currently on Hulu, and that's Runaways. I was actually really surprised at how much I enjoyed Runaways. Originally, I thought it was going to be a lot more funny and a lot more campy, but when I heard it was going to be more dramatic, I was kind of worried that it would be pretty much just a lot of annoying teenage angst. And don't get me wrong, there is some of that in the show, but watching it, I was pleasantly surprised at how much I was enjoying watching this show. And despite that Joss Whedon was a little more connected to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and not at all to Runaways, Runaways still has that very Buffy the Vampire Slayer feeling. I don't know if it's because it's just, it's a bunch of supernatural teens and dealing with some supernatural settings in Los Angeles. It's very similar to what Buffy the Vampire Slayer was. I don't know what maybe that's exactly what it is. That's why it feels like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It does have a very Buffy the Vampire Slayer vibe to it. So if that's your kind of show, you're probably going to like Runaways. But I was just surprised at how good it was. And again, I think the benefit and the strength of this show is, again, its characters, both teenager and parent alike. I really thought that most of the characterization was going to be on the side of the kids as they're battling their evil parents, and I was really expecting one-dimensional, ha ha ha, twirling their mustaches, villainous parents were just going to be very one-dimensional. But no, the parents themselves are very complex and interesting characters, and it's just a joy to watch. The downside of Runaways, I think, is the fact that the superhero, supernatural moments are very few and very far between. But despite that, it's still just a really enjoyable show to watch. And finally, what I think is the best show is on Netflix, and it's Daredevil. And just like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Daredevil was the beginning for this TV universe, specifically on Netflix. So it was the beginning of the Marvel Cinematic Universe Netflix side of the MCU. And it has been, and it's still, in my opinion, one of, if not the best thing Marvel has put out. Like, taking the story to a very street level and introducing Marvel's first, and we really only have another masked vigilante, but Daredevil was the first masked vigilante, and taking it to the street level of low street level crime. With Daredevil, he's fighting individual street crime, and not only are we getting that really just raw and gritty and great action sequences from Daredevil, but we're getting the complexity of Matt Murdock's character as we finally have a character who's trying to balance his secret identity with his life. As Daredevil, he's helping the cops, more or less helping the cops, fight crime and get rid of bad guys off the streets. And then as Matt Murdock, he's a defense attorney for the very same criminals that he's tried to put away as Daredevil. So it's a very complex character, and Matt Murdock, and even Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock, does such a great performance as that. And that's just one of the characters. The show is full of so many strong characters, like Wilson Fisk, who I think is still one of the best villains we've got in the MCU. And even in season 2, when we only had like one episode of Wilson Fisk, it was a great moment for him. And then the moments that he has with the Punisher in the beginning of Daredevil season 2, still, in my opinion, some of the best TV out there. So what do you think of these shows, and what are your favorite MCU TV shows? Let me know in the comments, and follow me on all the internets. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it around so others can join the conversation. If you want to read my written reviews of Marvel TV shows and movies, go to www.treyguillotine.com and check out the Marvel Cinematic Universe on Facebook, where me and other fans are going to be posting about our favorite things of the MCU. Check them out on Facebook and subscribe to my channel to geek out some more. Thanks for watching, and have fun.